Welcome, you questioners, seekers of truth, with a capital T. Pilgrims longing for sanctuary, travelers needing harbor from the storm. Welcome those who are holding on by a thread, determined breakers of the chain of loneliness and isolation. You push through your fear because something told you that you deserve to belong. Welcome home. Welcome those who braid ropes again and again. You've been there for our siblings who are just hanging on. You gave them a hand unto community and told them they could rest here. Welcome, you who seek spiritual and religious community for your children and grandchildren. You entrust your young people here, and we, as a community, commit to nurture and respect them. Welcome, children and youth. You give us the gift of your wisdom, your joy, and your curiosity, and your trust that we'll hold all of it safe. Welcome. Welcome home. And I would like to ask Tom Zalay, would you come and light the chalice, please? Oh. I can figure out how to work this. Really.
I want my name tag so you have to see me.
Here, or you can just light the chalice directly. Why don't you do that? Okay. Please join us in lighting our chalice by saying the chalice lighting words found in your order of service and shared online. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, for the light of truth, and for the energy of action. Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Ogden. My name is Karen, and I'm truly honored to be your worship leader today. This Sunday, we celebrate our community who are living out their values that we as Unitarian Universalists share, celebrate, and support. Today, we are celebrating the beautiful ways we identify with and love other people and how we express our identities with joy. One way to connect with this community is to let us know you're here. If you're a newcomer, we're so glad you're here. We encourage you to fill out a newcomer card in the pews and put it in the offering basket when it comes by later. Please fill out the newcomer card online if you're watching us on Zoom. If you have been a longtime member of the congregation, we encourage you to wear your name tag. And so it helps everyone feel more connected and helps our newcomers get to know you more easily. We love having people of all ages in our community. As you came in, we hope you saw a basket of activities for hands that like to be busy. This is for all of you of any age. We welcome all the wiggles and sounds of a multi-generational community. If you haven't already, please put your phones on worship mode.
Be the guide who walks
It's my great pleasure to introduce Raquel DaSilva. We just figured out that we've known each other for 23 years. Wow, long, long time. Raquel has served as the Executive Director of Family Promise of Ogden since 2017, dedicating her career to strengthening communities and supporting individuals and families facing significant challenges, such as homelessness, domestic violence, sexual assault, and mental health issues. Over the past 23 years, she has had the privilege of working with numerous mission-driven organizations providing compassionate leadership and advocacy to those in need. Raquel holds a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's degree in mental health counseling. She is also a national certified counselor, bringing a unique combination of administrative expertise, clinical knowledge, and a deep commitment to community service. Please join me in welcoming Raquel.
Thank you for inviting me. I love this opportunity. Man, I sound good, huh? That bio. I don't know, how did I make it to do all that if I'm only 25? I wonder. I love to be here today. I feel like I have always been a part of the Unitarian Church because long time ago when the Unitarians were housed at YCC, I used to be the one in charge of managing the contract for rental. So I have always been aware of your community, and I have loved it ever since. I'm here today to share a little bit about Family Promise. That's one of the loves of my life. And I think I love Family Promise. I love Family Promise. Sorry, I shouldn't get choked up because I am at Family Promise all the time. I just came from there. But I think that one of the things for me that inspire me about Family Promise is Family Promise values. And as I was reading the prayer for the chalice, the lighting of the chalice is the same values that we have at Family Promise: the warmth of love, the light of truth, the energy of action. Those are the things that we value at Family Promise. We help families that are homeless, families with children. And one of the first things that we teach families as they come is that homelessness is not who they are. It's a label they should not take upon themselves. They are humans of worth, humans that deserve and have dignity. Homelessness is a situation of life, and homelessness does not determine their worth. And I love this. As you enter Family Promise, one of our loving benefactors and protecting angels of Family Promise, they have a little plaque up there and says that from our family to yours, because we care, because you matter. And we really work effortlessly to make sure that families do feel that they matter, do feel that they have a refuge, a place where they can come and learn structure. Because Family Promise is not just a regular shelter. We teach families, okay, let's take a look about what happened in your life that you became homeless. Is it a problem of work, that you didn't have enough money? And very often it's not just that they didn't have enough money for rent. Sometimes it's like they were falling behind, and rather than communicating with the landlord, they were getting more and more behind, or they will come into their apartment late at night to not face the landlord, and then the landlord felt that they didn't care. Sometimes it's medical situation. We had a family that was making about $100,000 a year, and they were doing really good. They lived in Texas, but they were spending every penny that they had, not having a savings. And the husband, who was the main provider, got a heart failure, and he could no longer work overnight. And they became homeless within a couple of months and returned to Utah, and we were able to help them. Sometimes it's young couples. We just got a call from a family we're working with. The mother is, the young lady that is a mother is going to be a mother. She's pregnant, and she's only 18 years old, and her boyfriend is 17 years old. And so they have no family support, but they're just about to bring another life into this world. And so we're working with them to provide them the support that they need. So I think that that is one of the things that I love about Family Promise. I think all of us, when we were young, we thought we loved superheroes. We always loved superheroes because superheroes have special powers. And superheroes help everyone, right? I myself, too, wanted to be a superhero, right? And I think that as we grow up, we forget. The world teaches us that there's no superhero powers and there's no magic, but the reality is that there is magic. When we provide our love to someone, when we remind someone of their dignity, when we listen to someone, when we bring a plate of food to someone, when we show that we care. I think we're in a society that, we shouldn't be involved in other people's business. We have become very good at keep walking and not paying attention to what our neighbor is doing. But sometimes it's also important that we take a minute to help one another and do pay attention to what's going on around us. If we all care, if we all help, it would be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it be? It would be a wonderful place to live at if we didn't have to lock our homes, if we didn't have to lock the cars. I remember, I come from Argentina in South America. In South America, you lock everything and you check it twice. That's just how it is. They have bars in the windows, they have bars on the doors. It's just the life there. And I remember when I came here for the first time, I was surprised that in the windows, there was no bars. And I remember at that time, I came to live with a host family in North Ogden. There weren't as many houses in North Ogden 32, 33 years ago, you know. And they used to leave the front door open. And at first it was so hard for me to fall asleep because I thought this family is crazy. And I didn't speak enough English to tell them that people would come through their door. And I remember when I learned about Santa Claus, because in Argentina, they don't, now they do, but Santa Claus is not a prevalent figure. I thought that's the weirdest thing. This old man is going to come through the roof, get inside the house, and lure little children with presents. Can nobody else see that? That's just weird. But that long ago, 32, 33 years ago, it's not that long ago. I think COVID has done a number on us on disengaging us from one another. I saw so many of my beloved friends from other churches being almost folded, disengaged, and it was just kind of sad to see. I have always loved to learn about different religions and different point of view because it makes me feel that I'm growing. I'm transcending when I learn something new that I can apply and be better in my life. These are the kind of things that we try to teach families when they come. You're not alone. You're a person of worth. You're here to learn. yes, life is a test, but I don't think life is a test like we think, like pass or fail. I think life is a test of, oh, let's figure out how far I come and how far I need to keep going, right? And when families come to Family Promise, they come in the first week, we help them stabilize. The first week is all about let's decrease the crisis that you have come in. Let's figure out what are the help out there in the community, what are the resources, and how we can connect you. So when you come to Family Promise, because families do come in a crisis mode, the first thing that we do, we have a syllabus. When you take a class, the first thing the teacher gives you is a syllabus. So you don't start worrying about the final test at the end of the curriculum. You worry about week 1, because that's the most important in the class. And so the same thing we do with the families. We tell them, don't worry about week 10. Worry about week 1. Week 1 is we connect with families. You get settled. We explain you the program. You're going to understand the structure. We get you back in the structure. We help you get birth certificate, your ID, resume, start looking for childcare, filling up applications for housing, and so forth. We keep moving them week by week in helping them in self-sufficiency. So this is more, rather than, if you think about it, a straight line up, we do steps. Makes it easier for everyone to keep on going and growing. By the end of week 4, all families need to have a job. And then from week 4 till 10 or week 15, because they can stay 10 to 15 weeks, families work on saving everything that they earn to pay for their own apartment. And they start looking. Sometimes they get help from housing, other times they don't, but we help them monitor their spending. So at the very beginning, the case manager is there every step of the way, kind of holding their hands, and little by little, she's easing off. Think about a child learning to ride the bike. First, you're right there, and then you start easing off, so then they start taking on. One of the things that we experience with clients is that they like the structure. They want to have that structure in their life. They recognize that that's something that is needed. And when it's time for them to leave, they don't want to leave. They have anxiety about leaving the program because they are unsure if they can hold the structure by themselves. That is why we follow them for 2 years after they leave their program to ensure that they stay housed. We help them with problems that they may encounter. We help them with items. And I love to see the progress of the families and how engaged they are and how they're succeeding. I think that's one of the best things for me, and what keeps me going is to know that, okay, you come to a low point in your life, but you can get out of it. There's always option. You can move forward. And I love it because that helps me in my own life. When I have difficult times, I have been blessed with mentors and people that love me that would say to me, take 1 breath or 10 if you need it, and you will be fine, and we will be fine, and we will be together. I feel like I am strong because I have a community behind me. I'm not alone. I have the community of mentors and loving supporters. I have the community of my family, of my church. So together, we make a strong force to reckon with. How can you help? Well, there's many ways to help a Family Promise. One of the ways that you could help is participating in some of our events. We're going to have Rise and Shine coming up. Rise and Shine is a breakfast. It's a fundraising breakfast that we have in the month of September. And we also have a fun run that also going to be September 26th. Is going to be our fun run. Anybody can come and sign up. You can look into our website. We have information about both events. You can also come and host families, and that means that for a week you provide food and supervision from 5 to 8. We have anywhere between, we have 6 families, and we can have up to 36 people, but mostly it's about 12 adults, and the rest are children. And so you can help us with that. You can do fundraisers for us. You can collect some of the items. We have an Amazon wish list. You can come and give of your time. Very often people say, well, what can I do? And I say, well, what do you want to do? And we collaborate. You may have an idea of an awesome fundraiser you can do here at your church, gather items for us. So we will partner with you in any way that you want to partner with us. I believe that no idea is a bad idea, and sometimes some of those bad ideas are some of the best ideas. And so we have our fund run. It's our second year doing our fund run. And fund run started because last year a volunteer had to put together an activity for her church. And she had the idea, well, I'm just going to do a fund run. And, oh, they're building this new building over here that, what organization? Oh, it's Family Promise. So she approached me and said, hey, I have this idea. I don't know how well it's going to go or not. Can we do it? Can we use your name? Can we benefit you? And I said, okay, great. So that was last year. She had about 250 people attend her event. This year, she's on our board, and she's actually running that event under Family Promise. It was just very good. And so sometimes great things start from very little. There's an old Buddhist saying that I love. It says that one grain of rice can tip the scale. And that's what Family Promise is doing. We're trying to tip the scale all the time to help these families. And I think you are going to feel very much at home when you come to Family Promise because we share the same values. And I want to invite you, come and serve and give what you can and lift where you are. And so if we all lifting, we're going to have an amazing community. Thank you for your time.
Some of us old-timers may remember that in our old building, we were one of the original churches that hosted Family Promise. And we intended to continue that once we moved over here because First Presbyterian was also one of the first churches that did it. But at that time, we were in the process of rebuilding our community, and we did not have the volunteers. Now we do. So after the service over during coffee time, please talk to Raquel and, Kara, who I believe is a board member, about Family Promise and what you can do and what we can do as a community. So I invite the congregation at this time to reflect together. Turn to your neighbor and ask the following question. We will give you 5 minutes for you each to respond, okay? Let's make that 3 minutes, okay? What is something you heard today that will you carry forward in the weeks to come? Starting now.
them now, or we're after
Well,
you announce the sacred sacrament?
I wasn't going to do the sacred science. I really have a prayer. That wasn't in the original script, so I didn't write
You
it.
just play something right now?
We've got about another minute, and then just go right directly into the music, and that'll help wrap it up. Thank you. Okay, now it's time. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We continue our collective prayer by coming forward to engage in the weekly ritual that helps us to collectively hold the challenges and joys of being human. As you light a candle, let it hold your hopes, memories, and gratitudes for this beautiful, complicated world and for our lives. And as you drop a stone in our sacred gathered waters, may it be an opportunity to imagine those burdens and quests for forgiveness held in a community that will let the stone land with care and with intention. Please come forward. Very good candle there. Use that one. Yeah, you need some new sticks. Careful. We are so grateful to be in a community where we can share our resources to live out our vision in the world. Today, our full offering will be given to Family Promise. Many of you know that, I mentioned this before, that UUCO was one of the original Family Promise supporting organizations. We continue that support by sharing our plate with this wonderful organization today. We will now accept the offering. I need a couple volunteers, please. Please rise and face the center aisle and sing the offering song in the order of service. You I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. Thank you for giving. Your generosity helps us in our effort to improve the world in big ways and small. And Raquel just shared with me that the minimum $500 the church will be giving, some of which is here, will pay the light bill for an entire month for Family Promise. So that is something significant. So thank you. Please be seated. Okay. So we have a couple of announcements. Join the Good Trouble Committee. This is a Good Trouble service today. We do this once a month where we invite a community organization to come and speak to us. And during coffee hour, Raquel and Kara, I'm so sorry. I'm Karen, I should remember that, right? And Kara will be in the coffee area and will be able to answer your questions and talk to you about volunteer opportunities with Family Promise. Also, announcement personally is my second art show of the summer is open right now. Actually, it's up at the Huntsville Library, the Ogden Valley Library, and that will be up through the end of August. There is a reception Tuesday evening if you want to take a drive right up to the valley where it's a little bit cooler, and a nice air-conditioned library from 6 to 8 p.m. on this coming Tuesday, the 14th. Are there any more announcements of relevance to the church community? Diana, did you have something? Nope. Sorry. John, you'll have to come forward if you want to.
I think you should mention that your proceeds go to
Oh, of course, the proceeds from my sale benefit the library and for their commission portion, and the rest goes to the ACLU Foundation of Utah. Okay, anybody else have anything of relevance to the congregation? Suzanne.
I've known Raquel a long time and Family Promise when they first came here. That was like, what, 20 years ago? And they're just wonderful.
Okay, are there any more announcements? If not, we will move to the closing hymn, number 220, Bring Out the Festal Board, in the gray hymnal. Pardon?
Festal bread.
Oh, I'm sorry, bread. I can't read it. The type is so dim on here, I can't read it. Thank you. Very nice. As the service comes to an end, join me in saying the chalice extinguishing words in your order of service. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, nor the energy of action. No matter how weak or how frightened we may feel, we each have gifts that can make a difference in the world. In this coming week, may you do at least one thing to support the broken, to welcome the stranger, to celebrate what is worthy, to do the work of justice and love. Be strong, be connected, each day act, so you may be a little more whole.